an Irish Celtic saint's name. It's more common now than when I was born, I think. I think names go in and out of fashion. In London, which is presently a quiet city, it's usually the opposite of that. Where I am in Guildhall, which is the old historic city of London, very, very historic. And there are a lot of very remarkable buildings and very remarkable sites, which are not easy to see if the streets are full of people and crowded. But they're not, so come to London now if you can. Whatever way I'm lucky enough to get it, I'm a sort of cappuccino latte person. You learn in music, never be too fussy and too specific, or you're destined for disappointment. I think probably like most people, I'm both. It depends on the circumstance. I've been learning all the Beethoven sonatas I don't know, so I've been doing a Beethoven sonata cycle for my wife. I think the sheer pleasure of going anywhere. So I'm suspicious of the idea of people describing themselves or talking about themselves, because we can't. Your performance is not you. It comes from you, but it isn't you. Your performance is a separate. You musically give birth, or however breathe life or something into something. You think what a shock it is hearing your own voice back on recording, and then hearing your own playing back. I think the more experienced you get, the shocks are not as big as they were when you're young and hearing yourself the first time, but they're still shocks, and that's a healthy thing. The young Schumann in Leipzig. It was just a period where all the geniuses seemed to rub shoulders with each other all the time. So, I think that would just be really rather wonderful, to be a fly on the wall, listening to some of that would be pretty special, I think. To get Beethoven and Schumann together for one evening, I think you'd have a pretty memorable evening and probably a sore head the next day. Cultivate the habits that make you keep learning, because the most important talent of all, outweighing any others, is the talent to learn. Take everything that can be learned from the period to learn resilience. And I have to say, it's a thing I constantly find impressive in young generations of musicians. They all seem to be much more mature and resilient and intelligent than I ever remember being at their age. So they will sort this out in the end. They will reshape the landscape. We'll get through it.